This is a upmarket villa estate which is currently under construction in Phuket. This is where we've done our first installation on the demo unit. We'll take you inside in a second just to show you what they're doing. So just up at the top of the site where we currently are now, just giving you a good overview of what the site is going to be like. Down at the bottom over here, you can see they are currently under construction with footings and foundations. Along the bottom over here, we'll have 3 villas. Up in the middle, another 3, and then another 3 up at the top. So in totality, there will be 9 villas, all, like I say, state-of-the-art, modern, very contemporary, and the focus and the vision of the architects is to include all this beautiful greenery that you see around you, to incorporate that into the buildings. So sustainability, eco-friendliness are right at the top priority of the architect's design and vision for the project. So I'm just coming to you from up on top of the roof. As you can see, this is where the solar array has been installed. As mentioned down below, there is a total of 16 kilowatts in solar array that is up on the roof. You will notice that all the trimmings and the edgings on these solar panels have got a black finish, black glass, even to the point where we are using black clips. And the purpose behind that is that the architect wanted to have these solar panels not only here but on all of the villas. They do not want them to be an eyesore in any way. They want them to blend in as naturally as possible, and therefore you'll see that they've used these black stones. So up on the roof, you'll notice that these panels are not 100% flat. They do have a slight pitch to them, and the reason for that slight pitch is obviously just to give for the water runoff. We don't want water damming up on solar panels. We want water obviously being dispersed off of the solar panels. So like I mentioned, there's a total of 16 kilowatts of solar array up on the roof here. In terms of the villas, this is very much the same kind of design that will be applied to each of the villas. In this particular application where we found these solar panels, as you see when we're downstairs on the video, let's go inside. Let me take you inside and show you around. Here they're demonstrating what the kitchens inside the units will look like, the finishes that they will be having inside their units in terms of all the carpentry and the appliances. Around on this side over here, this will be a demonstration of what the bedrooms inside the villas will look like. This will be our living area. You'll see very upmarket finishes in terms of air conditioning, lighting. It's a very high standard for this project. Down around in the corner over here is just a demonstration of what the bathroom will look like. Just want to give you a quick introduction of this installation, what we currently have in place here. Right here we've got a 12 kilowatt 3-phase dia inverter. In terms of capacity on the batteries, we've got 3 10 kilowatt hour batteries in totality. These are all low voltage, so run on 48 volts. As I said, each of these batteries are 10 kilowatts, which makes up a totality. They're all commoned into one bus bar, and they make up a total quantity of 30 kilowatt hours in lithium capacity. This here is our main distribution board. This project's just being completed at the moment. It's just been wired and everything's been turned on. Below it here we have what's known as our main distribution board. We have AC surge arresters, we have a main switch, and we have a supply which takes power to our inverters. Come across to our inverter, we'll notice at the bottom of the inverter we have an inverter AC distribution board. In this distribution board we have a main switch, we have an inverter input, and we have an inverter output. The inverter input takes AC current to our inverters, and the AC output obviously then goes back to our main distribution board. So on the left over here, we've got what's known as the maintenance bypass switch. Now the maintenance bypass switch has got 2 functionalities. Number 1, in the event that something goes wrong with the inverter or the equipment, you may not be able to get the technician out in time. The purpose of this car is obviously to switch from putting inverter power to our load. It switches across and puts grid power to our load directly, bypassing the system completely. The other purpose of this maintenance bypass switch is if any servicing or maintenance works needs to be done or repairs need to be carried out on the inverter, We can swing this over to grid and we bypass power completely to and from the inverter. Yep. So I'm just going to do a quick little demonstration just to show you exactly how the system is currently performing. In the top left corner over there, we can see our solar production. We have a total of 16 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof. We're currently producing 5.5 kilowatts. Our load is using 8 kilowatts. And you'll notice that in the top right-hand corner, that is our grid. We are using 0 from the grid. So although we are only producing 5.6 kilowatts on solar panel, the difference is coming out of the batteries. So by utilizing the stored energy in the batteries, we're able to prevent usage from the grid being used on the house. So what's happening now is that solar panels is producing to a certain level. The difference which is needed in the house is coming out of the batteries in the storage of the batteries. In this particular document, we have a lot of detailed information, and it's very important that the customers get this information. Because a lot of the stuff, the batteries have got a 10-year warranty, the inverter's got a 5-year warranty, the solar panels have got a 30-year warranty. But it's important for the customer to understand that in order to retain those warranties, this equipment needs to be serviced regularly, it needs to be cleaned, and it needs to be maintained. So this over here is what we call a compliancy certificate. This is a certificate of compliance that the installation has been done correctly, is compliant with the installation rules and regulations of electrical. This is very important because none of these manufacturers will register the warranties unless you have the certificate of compliance, which accompanies the installation. They will ensure that your warranty is always in place. So they come in, they have a 4-page checklist of every single little piece of equipment that is associated with the installation, and they will come in and check everything on a regular basis. We recommend to our clients that they do nothing less than 2 services annually, so that's 2 services a year, preferably 3 or 4 services, but a minimum of 2 services per installation per year.